Another person that said enough is enough over the weekend at some of the things she saw, not just in the city of Toronto, but across our country. And she's happy to weigh in with us this morning. We're happy to have her. Is the MPP for Nepean and a former cabinet minister as well in the Ford government. She is Lisa MacLeod. Lisa, it's a pleasure to have you on Toronto today. Thanks for making the time for our audience.
Well, thanks for having me, Greg. I really appreciate your outspokenness on this as well. So it's great to be here.
Yeah, where are we here? Again, every kind of political issue has nuance and balance, and things aren't 0, 1, binary, non-binary. There's some conversation to have about this. When I play that clip, or when you see clips like the skating party Olivia Chow had to flee from, where do you think we're headed, and where do you think we're at right now?
Well, we're in a very dangerous place globally, and the unfortunate thing is it's trickled its way down to Canada and other parts of the world. And the reality is, with the clip that you just played, and without law enforcement or political leaders standing up and saying enough is enough, we are actually seeing, or we're going to see more of, people taking matters into their own hands, which could be extremely dangerous because we don't know what the outcome will be. And that's why I think we really have to be vocal. I don't think we can view this issue as black and white, but we can view it as right and wrong. And what we're seeing right now in my city of Ottawa, in your city of Toronto, is blatant intimidation and harassment in Jewish communities, at Jewish shopping centers, and as we saw with the arson attack, and we're seeing it at their Jewish day schools. And so I think there needs to be a conversation amongst our political leaders at the very top to really set the agenda and say, these are Canadian values. Yes, you're allowed to protest. I've had protesters my entire career, but there's places to do that. It's not at in a neighborhood where children are. It is at Parliament Hill. It is at Queen's Park. It is our respective city halls. There are venues for that. There are processes in order to make those protests legal and viable. And then there's ways to treat your friends.
It's and people can go in Toronto, in our city, Lisa, to the Consulate General of Israel. I'll give people the address. It's 2 Bloor Street East. You can go there this morning and you can protest your face off. But that's a different scenario than a Jewish neighborhood, a Jewish business. You got 20-year-old kids in there working part-time, trying to get through college, and people are screaming at them through bullhorns and banging sticks on glass windows. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like I have a 19-year-old daughter, and we went through the convoy. Her friends were getting yelled at the subway shop. So, this has been done before, and it's really not the polite Canada that we grew up in. And so we have to remind people of what our values are sometimes. And I sympathize with anybody that it feels aggrieved. In fact, after 9/11, I helped a mosque get built in my community because the people were afraid, and I stepped up and I thought, you know what, these aren't bad people, they're good people. They want to contribute to our community. And the Jewish community in Ottawa, and I know in Toronto as well, has contributed to the fabric of our city. So the reality is they have nothing to do with what's happening a world away. And if you want to protest it, you're right. There's the Israeli embassy. I myself have been in front of the Russian embassy opposing what's happening in Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's the appropriate place for these things to happen. And we're very lucky both in Toronto and Ottawa to not only have the embassies, but also the consulate general's residences. So,
I think you got it right. Like, we're not going to Russian businesses and banging sticks and making noise. And we're not going to Iranian businesses or Chinese business. Maybe there's a reason those people don't want to live in those countries anymore and they want to live in ours. Maybe so.
And yeah, the interesting thing is my former colleague in the legislature, Mike Cole, who's now deputy mayor of Toronto, he and I had a conversation yesterday, and we both agreed, like, after 20 years in politics, like, we've never quite seen this bold and brazen act where we're trying to threaten people in their own homes where they should feel safe, in their own neighborhoods where their kids should be able to right now go out and skate in their local neighborhood, or in the summer play in their playgrounds. And this is new to us. And I go back to that clip in New York. That could be anywhere in Canada, anywhere in North America. And the question is, do we really want vigilantism
No.
responding to these types of illegal protests? That's the question.
I know a politician, I got one time for one more, but a politician can't direct the police. And Doug Ford, your colleague, has mentioned that before as well. And Justin Trudeau's mentioned that. That's not their job, is to direct police. But in your mind, even a bylaw infraction, even a mischief charge, some have pointed out, well, then that person has a criminal record the rest of their life. I don't want a criminal record. I don't want a mischief charge, but I bet you they don't either. Just the threat of that alone, because those tickets clearly, Lisa, aren't being given out to people who are breaking the law.
Yeah, look, and that is troubling. And I think we all saw the police officer giving the coffee to the protester, and then the Uber Eats to the protester. And I spoke with Ottawa cops here, and they are acting in Ottawa, and they are handing out these issues, these tickets. And we've had one on the weekend where the vandalism and the hate that was being spread has resulted in an arrest. The same thing with the terror plot that was unveiled here in the city of Ottawa. But there's some other things that can be done. We don't have to direct the police, but we can remind police boards what their duties are. We can actually throw more dollars at enforcement in Toronto and Ottawa. We can ask the OPP to back up our local law enforcement. So, these are all conversations that have to be had. You don't direct the police. Of course you don't direct the police. But you find ways in order to allow them to do their jobs. And tone and timing is everything in policing. It is in politics. And it certainly is when we're in the middle of a crisis. Hey,
Lisa, thanks so much for the time this morning. And please come back and talk more about this. And we'll keep the fires brewing to try and calm things down. We need safer streets, safer cities, and this kind of scenario benefits everybody in the long run. Thanks for the time today.
Thanks, Greg. Take care.
Lisa MacLeod, MPP for Nepean.